So this is an old video that you're going to watch. I started filming in November 2023 and it took me a year to post. So these are all archived clips. You know, some of my thoughts might have changed, some might stay the same, but I'd like to post them because it's part of the journey and it's important to me, and they matter to me, and it shows the journey and shows different thoughts I was going through compared to now, I guess. But yeah, enjoy the video. Peace. Right then, sometimes I do I put a lot of pressure on myself. Just to perform, to be good, to be great, to try and be great. And when I'm not great, or when I'm not good, it gets to me. It gets to me because it makes me feel like I've failed to just not be good. And I know there's no issue in not being good all the time, but a lot of the time I want to be that person. I want to be that person that steps up. I don't want to be that person people can't count on. And I sometimes worry about what I'm saying and filming. I wonder if when I do post stuff like this, that it is going to affect that it is going to change that sort of dynamic in people's lives. That if they see that I can't step up every single time, that then I can't be counted on. Now that's the fantasy that goes on in my head. Now I'm 99% sure that that's not what's going to happen. But when, because it will happen, when that 1% happens, when someone can't count on me, it'll hurt me. It'll make me feel not as worthy. Because I think to step up and be counted on and to have people rely on you it's a fuel. It feels good. It fuels me for life. To be that person that can do that. And I think it comes from when I was down growing up. I felt like I was the only one I could count on. I know I wasn't, but I felt like. And I got myself into this trap, into this negative headspace where I thought I was the only one that I could count on. So through experience, I got fond of using myself to be the one that gets me better, that gets me good. And I probably saw that was the way you get good, because I've gone from this bad to good by being someone I can count on for myself. And then I probably experienced what it felt like to counted on from someone else, and it does. It feels amazing, and it's necessary. Well, I think it's necessary in life to be a person who others can count on. But it's not always healthy for me, because I want to always be that person. And sometimes you can't always be that person. You've got to have other people around you where you can count on them. And I'm not used to that at all. So it's hard to count on other people, because it was all probably caused by other people. Well, it was, not probably. It was. I don't fully remember everything, but it was caused by other people. So I'm not fully sure on this theory, but I've probably associated other people with not being able to count on them, but I can count on myself. So why would I go there when I go here? So what happens when things get a bit stressful, a bit much, you upset other people, I affect someone else in a negative way? It affects me. I don't want that. It's the opposite thing that I want. So then I beat myself up. I get myself into what would you call it? All I can really name it is a negative headspace. Or really chasing that sort of feeling of wanting to be the one that changes how the other person's feeling. Having them go from not counting on me to then counting on me, you know? Because I've upset them, it then makes me feel like they can't count on me because I'm the one that's upset them. Now, I'm not saying this is the right way to think. Pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty confident on that aspect of things. Now, it's probably given me some positives, probably still does give me some positives, and it gives me some negatives in life. But what happens is, I get into this space of, no, I've got to figure it out. No, I've got to make it sort of better. And therefore, I sacrifice something inside me, some way I feel, to make the other person feel better. And then once I do that, I don't feel so good myself. But that doesn't matter, because I've made the other person feel better and can count on me again. Because I don't want to give anyone that feeling that they can't count on someone, because I've been there. And it must be that awful of a feeling that I don't want anyone to ever really feel that. Because I don't want to feel that ever again, I guess. So sacrificing how I feel to make someone else feel better isn't the way, but it's what I do. And it works for other people. But what happens is it becomes a lot of pressure on me, pressure on my shoulders to keep that up, to be the one that makes other people happy. And I am good at it. That's the thing, I am good at it. I am good at making other people feel special, feel happy, feel good about themselves. And I am also good at making myself feel that. But when the pressure gets on top of me, I have to sacrifice that energy where I do it for myself. And by sacrificing that of me to help someone else, I've got to take it from somewhere. And it's taking it from myself, who then doesn't feel so good. Pressure gets to me, and I don't know if resent is the right word, but I start feeling like, well, you know what it is? It's I start feeling like other people need to help me. And the thing is, that is the answer. That other people need to help me as well as I'm helping them. But I'm so used to not having anyone help me that I don't let anyone help me. And it does upset me that I can't call on people like people call on me. But it's not that I don't have anyone to call upon. It's just the fact that I don't look for it. I don't search for it. I don't see it as an option necessarily. Even though I know it's there and I know it's the way. But um I almost it's a tough way to say it. It's a tough way to talk about myself, but I almost fold under that pressure for myself. Now I don't fold under the pressure of making other people feel better. I still keep that, but I've got to let up somewhere. So I let up on myself. So what happens then is I fold, I collapse on managing myself, on keeping myself in control and thoughts in check and emotions in check, and thoughts run wild and I don't think well. And the thing is, I know all it takes is to tell anyone that I know cares about me that it's almost that they've got to not feel good, so I feel good. And obviously that goes against everything that I've been trying for. So it doesn't feel good to do that because I've tried so hard to um, keep that person up. You know what I mean? Keep that person doing well. And now I feel like I've got to bring them down to help me because, like I've just said, I understand that it takes energy for people to help you, and I don't want to take that energy away from them because I also think, I've done it on my own for a long time. I I think I've got this far by doing it on my own. But the thing is, what I realized last year was even though I'm helping others, I'm not helping myself, and it's going to affect me some way or another. It's going to affect me and it's going to push me to the edge, and then I can't help anyone ever. And that sounds horrible. So the realization that I came to was you have to let people help you in some way. And the thing is, even if it brings them down, you've got to understand that they are tough enough to help you. And you've got to lean on other people. got to trust them. You've got to count on other people, because just like people count on you, it has to work the other way. The reason I help people so much through things isn't necessarily because I'm special or have this super wisdom and knowledge that, I can tell them the answer to anything. It's just that I'm there. And that's all. And that's all the answer is. Now, it makes me feel special and like I've got this knowledge and wisdom, but it's not, it doesn't matter if that is right or wrong. I don't know if that's right or wrong. No one will. And it's just that I am there. And that's what I learned last year, that you just need someone there with you, just to relieve the pressure a bit. And that you can't take on all the pressure of everyone else. Because it don't work like that. You're only one person. And now I can do it. But like I said, I'm only one person. And that's going to affect me. And if I want to keep helping people, I have to let other people help me, because other people let you help them and it works for them. It's quite a funny realization that I did have last year. But I'm so good at I'm so good at helping people that I know the way to help people, but I never saw it for me. I never saw it that was the answer for me. That I need the exact same thing that I'm doing so well for other people, that I should also have it done to me. And like I said, from just being a certain way growing up, from being that way where I don't let other people help me, I've got used to myself being the solution. But it's not a full solution. It's it has to chip off anyone. And the tough thing is, like I've said, it's helping people that you've helped, and you understand that they've also got struggles and they've got pressure, that you really don't want to add any pressure to them, because you also know how it feels to have too much pressure. And I would rather trust me, who I know can handle the pressure, than trust someone else who I don't fully know that can handle the pressure. And I don't want to be the reason that they can't handle the pressure. It is a complicated one, but it's also one that I just have to take the leap. And last year when I was on ayahuasca, I took the leap on ayahuasca under the influence of a medicine. And currently, I'm not doing the same thing. I'm not doing bad, don't get me wrong. But I'm not taking that leap and letting people help me. And I don't know if it's because life just happens. And it's hard to, because life's just happening. And like I said, other people have got stuff going on, and it makes it harder to become a burden on other people when you're involved in their burden. But it's hard, it is tough. But all that matters to me is that I'm trying. And that's what these are. That's what these videos are. It's a form of me trying. And it's not trying until I post. And then it's doing. And not only that, the posting will lead to conversations in real life that I think I think I am avoiding. And I think that's another reason why I haven't posted anything that I recorded, because it pushes that conversation. It shows people that sometimes I do need help. And then, like if I ever saw that, I'm going to help. Like I said, I'm going to sacrifice something off me to help the other person. So that's my fear, that when I post these sort of videos, that it's funny. My fear is that people are going to help me. And it's funny because it's exactly what I need. And that's exactly what I film that's exactly what I feel every time I film something. And I think about posting. It's a feeling of change. It's a feeling of good change, and it's a feeling of growth that at this current time, seeing though I've not posted, I don't think I'm ready for. I don't think I'm ready for those conversations where I then have to let people help me. Because not only that, a lot of the time I am happy being how I am, but I just need that little bit to relieve the pressure. But I also don't want to, like I said, seem like a burden or even seem weak. Because I don't need people to help me. But why struggle? Why do it the hard way? When the easy way is there right in front of you. I mean, I get it. Do the hard way sometimes. For your full life, you don't need to do it the hard way. Take the easiest path. There's no need to do the hard way all the time. For me, in this situation, it's not something that's necessary to have that. It's just there's no need to bang your head on the wall that many times. Maybe once for you to know how hard that wall is. Probably a bad analogy, but you don't need to bang your head on the wall that many times. You can go the easy way, and it is just something that I'm trying to get past. It's something massive, really. It's a way I've always been, and it's a big change to go through. And I understand that it's. I mean, I understand it's not as easy as what it felt like under the medicine of ayahuasca, and I understood that at the time. I knew that at the time that it would still be hard to let people help you. But I have just got to take that leap, and thankfully, I come up with this idea to do this. So once I start posting some videos, some growth will happen. And I know it will feel absolutely horrible at the start. I'll feel embarrassed, I'll feel cringe, I'll feel like I should stop. But by the end of it, I'll feel less pressure. And I'll be able to help people more. And that's why I believe that once I get past this and I can teach it and pass it on to other people, I can help a lot more people with it, because I think everyone needs to do it. So we can all help each other more. And we can sort of build a better world. It's a big dream that you want to make the world better. I never thought before ayahuasca, I never even thought about the world and that I'm actually able to impact it. But I am actually able to impact it. And for me, I think like this is the way to do it. So yeah, I'm trying. I'm gonna keep going at it. And one day I'll suss it out basically. But yeah, that's it. Finish on a positive note. I've had a fantastic weekend, all in all. Chilled again. I just love a chilled weekend, relaxed weekend, and I had a bit of fun in it as well. Saw loads of friends. Great to see friends, and saw family. Saw family today, and just being surrounded by the people that you like and love. Nothing better in life. So yeah, great weekend, great life that I've got. Peace.